day to viewers. The Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange, British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Taking a jumbo record, and we're going to play both sides of it because it's, although it's very difficult to find out which side is first, but I've managed it. Stump Speech, the Softer Six, by Mr. Tom Birchmore, later Moore and Burgess Minstrels, talking record, 77 RPM. A28035, and the other side is A28035 as well, but luckily the matrix number is A23036. Right, so here we go. This is what you'd have heard at the seaside or somewhere where they had sort of minstrels and, well, black and white minstrels, let's put it that way. Oh dear. Yes, it's not politically correct, but it's not terribly right to judge the past. Don't think there's anything too offensive in this one. But you never know with music hall records, do you? Here we are.
Good evening, everybody. The few remarks that I am about to eulogize upon have originated through a concatenation of adverse circumstances, over which the peculiar idiosyncrasies of our diaphragm, revolving on their own hemispherical conjunctions, brings to my mind the magnanimity of the ancient Latin and Greek quotation, O sic transit flagum sacit circumlocutus. But it behoves me to be more explicit. Therefore, the subject that I propose to interrupt you with will be the softer sex. Oh, woman, woman, lovely woman, why you raise us from our cradles and spank us for we're blue in the face. At the present time, though, everybody seems to be agitating for the higher education of woman. But be careful. Oh, be careful. She knows too much for us now. Why, it's a well-known fact that many of our most successful businessmen are women. Yes, woman, in many respects, is far superior to man. For instance, did you ever see a man try to dress a baby? 9 times out of 10 he holds the child upside down, the baby's head bumping on the floor. The man don't know it, but the baby does. Then there's that 10 yards of flannel. Now a woman will take the baby on her lap, and with a very adroit movement of her right hand, she'll wind all that 10 yards of flannel around its little tummy, stick in a safety pin, and the job is done. But a man can't do that, no. A man lays the flannel out on the floor and rolls the baby up in it. Human intelligence cannot estimate what we owe to woman, while she darns our socks, ropes us in at all the church fairs, confides in us, tells us all she can find out about the neighbors, gives us good advice, and plenty of it. Sometimes, though, she gives us a piece of her mind, and sometimes all of it. It is but a just and grateful tribute to woman to say that she's a jolly good fella. Therefore, let us give her our encouragement, our sympathy, our support, and ourselves too if we get half a chance. And I will conclude by saying that if there is any lady present who would like to commit matrimony with a speaker, now is her time to get busy. Goodbye, everybody.
Right, we'll go on to the other side. That did sound rather final. I wonder if this has been mislabeled. Let's have a check.
Good evening, everybody. My dear students, I have assembled myself here to lecture on geography. And before I finish, I may take in France, Prussia, Germany, Petticoat Lane, and several other localities. It will also be my pleasurable duty to conduct you all through Turkey and bring you out all over Greece. But however, that's not of the slightest consequence. For we all know, yes, and so do we. We know that geography has 4 colors, namely the Red Sea, the blue Alsatian Mountains, Black Wall, and Whitechapel. Now, I dare say there may be some present who have a faint and hazy notion that the world is round. Now, the poet says that love makes the world go round. But according to many eminent authorities, the world was made for man, although some people contend that man descended from the monkey. And when you look at some of us, how can you doubt it? We will now all step to Spain. Spain is inhabited by a race of people called Spaniards. The Spaniards are very treacherous. Yes, they eat onions and then come and whisper to you. We will now meander to the North Pole. Now, the North Pole is situated at the extreme top or apex of the Earth and has never been discovered. That's why we know where it is. The North Pole is principally used by bears for climbing purposes and is supposed to be the coldest climb in the world. We will now perambulate to the Isle of Man. Now, in my opinion, the Isle of Man is a manifest injustice to the female sex. For why should geography have given us an Isle of Man and never so much as asked the ladies what they'd have? Isle of Man rubbish. Why, ladies, this only furnishes another example of man's extreme selfishness. Take my advice and vote against this injustice at the next mothers' meeting and insist on having an Isle of Woman. That's what you want, my dear suffragettes, an Isle of Woman. Yes, and when you get it, go there determined to escape from the tyranny of man. Go there with a firm resolve and purpose of obeying no laws but your own. Go there determined to have the parliamentary vote. Yes, my dear pantaloonatics, go there, every one of you, and stay there. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, he had to clap his own work there, viewers. But that was, as Roger Thorne would call it, a rogue record. That is mislabelled. That obviously was not one whole record, parts 1 and 2. But there we are, I've done it as a video, so there we are, it'll stay. I'll find out what that's really called and put it on the listing. Thank you, viewers, and goodbye.